The stop-and-start talks are over. The deal is finally sealed. After months of tough negotiations, U.S. Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice and Polish Foreign Minister Radoslaw Sikorski signed the agreement at a ceremony in Warsaw.
What's important is that we have a good agreement in place, so the strategic aim has been achieved.
Russia has been opposing the deal all along. It says the United States is violating post-Cold War agreements. It is convinced the U.S. defense shield is really aimed at Russia, something Washington has always denied.
Missile defense, of course, is aimed at no one. It is in our defense that we do this. But I am very pleased that we have been able to achieve this accomplishment.
The majority of Poles see the American military presence as a security guarantee. Poland fears Moscow may return to Soviet-era policies of interventionism. Only recently, nearly 70% were against the shield, but that changed after Georgia's attempt to retake its breakaway region of South Ossetia by force provoked a massive counterattack by Russia.
When Russia performs military operations which are perceived as aggressive and brutal, people in Poland fear the same. This is how the public opinion works.
But a small protest outside the U.S. Embassy in Warsaw shows public opinion could change. People say they had Soviet bases before, and they don't need American now.
We think that the so-called anti-missile shield will create a new arms race in Europe, and it will draw Poland into the U.S. strategy even more than it is today.
They say they don't want to be made a strategic target because of the U.S.
I absolutely understand why Russian politicians and military men are threatening, because this is the only thing they can do right now. And if I were them, I would do exactly the same thing. Because if somebody would put military installations in essentially in my backyard, I would be very, very concerned.
The U.S. plans to construct the military base in northern Poland that will start operating in 2012. It could become an expensive project for the future U.S. administration in terms of both money and relations.